Early life and football beginnings. Wilmer Lopez was born on April 6, 1974, in La Ceiba, Honduras, a city with a rich football tradition in the heart of the country. From a young age, Lopez was immersed in football, growing up in a culture where the sport reigns as the most popular pastime. His early exposure to the game was typical of many Honduran children, playing football in the streets and local parks, where he developed his love for the sport and natural talent on the field. At the age of 10, Wilmer Lopez joined the youth academy of Real España, one of Honduras' most prestigious football clubs. His early coaches saw great potential in him, recognizing his agility, technical skill, and sharp footballing IQ. After years of training, Lopez made his professional debut for Real España at the age of 18. He quickly made a name for himself as a midfielder, known for his vision, passing accuracy, and leadership on the pitch. His performances for Real España were impressive, and it wasn't long before Lopez earned a spot in the national team, marking the start of his international career. Career in Honduras, Real España, and the national team. Lopez's rise through the ranks of Real España was swift. By the early 1990s, he had established himself as a key player for the team, regularly starting in midfield. His style of play, characterized by excellent ball control, precise passing, and an eye for goal, made him a fan favorite and a vital part of Real España's attack. His vision and composure in possession were unmatched in the domestic league, and as he matured as a player, he began to be recognized as one of the best midfielders in Honduras. It was during his time at Real España that Lopez first earned a call-up to the Honduras national football team. He made his debut for the national team in 1993, at just 19 years old. Despite his youth, he was quickly integrated into the squad, becoming a regular in the national team's midfield. His performances in international competitions, including the CONCACAF Gold Cup, helped raise his profile further. Over the next few years, Lopez would become a key figure for Honduras, showcasing his technical skill, leadership, and composure under pressure. His playing style was often compared to other great midfielders of the era, with his ability to control the tempo of the game and create opportunities for his teammates standing out. By the mid-1990s, Lopez had firmly established himself as one of the most important players in the national team, and his consistency earned him a place in multiple World Cup qualifying campaigns. He was instrumental in helping the team qualify for major tournaments, earning the respect of his coaches and peers alike. Peak of career, international fame and success. The peak of Wilmer Lopez's career came in the late 1990s and early 2000s, both at the club and international level. As a standout performer for Real España, Lopez attracted attention from clubs in Mexico and the United States, where the quality of competition was higher, and his talents could be tested against some of the best players in the region. One of Lopez's significant moves during his career was his transfer to Club Necaxa in Mexico in 1999. This marked a new chapter in his professional career, as playing in Mexico's Liga MX was a challenge for many players from Central America. However, Lopez quickly adapted to the intensity and level of play in Mexico, becoming an essential part of the Necaxa squad. His time at Necaxa saw him win several domestic titles and gain recognition as one of the top foreign players in the league. On the international stage, Lopez's contributions to the Honduran national team continued to grow. He played an integral role in Honduras campaigns in the 2000 and 2002 FIFA World Cup qualifying rounds, although the team was unable to secure a spot in the tournament. Despite this, Lopez's performances in these qualifiers solidified his reputation as one of the top midfielders in the region. His ability to dictate play, his exceptional passing range, and his knack for scoring crucial goals earned him a place in Honduran football history. During this time, Lopez also featured prominently in the CONCACAF Gold Cup, where he helped lead Honduras to several strong performances, showcasing his talent on the regional stage. His ability to break up opposition attacks and transition play quickly made him a key figure for his national team, and his leadership in the midfield was pivotal in some of the country's best performances in international competitions. Major achievements. Over the course of his career, Wilmer Lopez achieved several individual and team accomplishments that cemented his place in the annals of Honduran football. Some of his major achievements include national team success, Lopez earned over 100 caps for Honduras, representing his country in major international tournaments such as the FIFA World Cup qualifiers and the CONCACAF Gold Cup. His leadership and consistency were central to Honduras' success during his international tenure. Club success: Lopez was a key player for Real España, winning multiple Primera División titles with the club. His time at Club Necaxa in Mexico also saw him achieve success, including winning Liga MX titles and being named one of the top foreign players in the league. Recognition as a top midfielder, Lopez was widely regarded as one of the best midfielders in Central America during his prime. His passing range, ability to control the tempo of the game, and his knack for creating opportunities for teammates made him a standout player in both domestic and international football. Longevity and consistency: Lopez's career spanned over 15 years, and he remained an influential figure in the Honduran football scene well into the 2000s. His longevity and ability to perform at a high level throughout his career earned him respect from players and coaches alike. Later years and retirement. As Wilmer Lopez entered the final stages of his playing career, he moved back to Real España to contribute to his home club once again, playing in the Honduran League. Although his role was less prominent as he aged, Lopez's experience and leadership remained invaluable to the team. After a few seasons with Real España, he retired from professional football in 2011, concluding a distinguished career that spanned nearly 2 decades. Upon his retirement, Lopez transitioned into a coaching role, taking up positions with various teams in Honduras. His vast experience as a player and his deep understanding of the game made him a natural choice for coaching young players, passing on the lessons he had learned throughout his successful playing career. Legacy: Wilmer Lopez's legacy in Honduran football is one of leadership, technical excellence, and passion for the game. Known for his ability to control games from midfield and his contributions both at club and international level, Lopez is remembered as one of Honduras' most accomplished and respected players. His leadership and footballing intelligence helped elevate the teams he played for, and his consistency made him a cornerstone of the national team during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Lopez's career remains an inspiration to young Honduran footballers, and his impact on the sport in Central America continues to be felt. His achievements, both on the field and off it, ensure that he remains an important figure in Honduran football history. Early life and football beginnings. Rolando Fonseca was born on March 16, 1974, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in the capital city, Fonseca's early life was immersed in the world of football, which has long been a passion of the Costa Rican people. From a young age, it was clear that Fonseca had a natural talent for the sport. As a child, he would often play with his friends in local parks, quickly gaining recognition for his speed, technical ability, and goal-scoring instincts. At the age of 12, Fonseca joined the youth academy of Deportivo Saprissa, one of Costa Rica's most successful and iconic clubs. His development as a player progressed rapidly, and by the time he was 16, Fonseca made his debut for the first team. His performances for Saprissa's youth and senior teams were enough to catch the eye of national team scouts, and soon after, he earned a call-up to the Costa Rica national football team. Early professional career. Fonseca's professional career began in earnest in 1991 with Deportivo Saprissa, where he played for the first time in the Costa Rican Primera División. He quickly made a name for himself as a skilled and dynamic forward, showcasing a combination of pace, technical ability, and a keen eye for goal. His time at Saprissa was pivotal in his development, as he honed his skills under the guidance of top-tier coaches and alongside other talented players. Fonseca's rise within the team was steady, and by the mid-1990s, he had cemented himself as one of the club's key players. His impressive performances in domestic competitions caught the attention of not only Costa Rican football fans but also football clubs abroad. With his sharp goal-scoring ability and his flair on the ball, Fonseca was seen as a future star of Costa Rican football. Career peak, rise to international fame. By the late 1990s, Rolando Fonseca's name was becoming synonymous with success in Costa Rican football. In 1997, Fonseca moved to Club Leon in Mexico, marking the beginning of an exciting international phase of his career. Playing in Liga MX, one of the top leagues in Latin America, Fonseca faced a new level of competition. His time at Leon proved to be a turning point in his career, as his performances in Mexico not only elevated his reputation but also allowed him to showcase his skills on a much larger stage. During his time at Leon, Fonseca earned widespread recognition across Central America. His ability to create chances for teammates, score crucial goals, and his leadership on the field made him one of the standout forwards in the region. He played alongside many seasoned professionals in the Mexican League, which provided him with invaluable experience and improved his overall game. Fonseca's peak came in the 2000s, particularly with his standout performances for both Saprissa and the Costa Rican national team. In the early 2000s, Fonseca returned to Saprissa, where he continued to play an instrumental role in the team's success. At Saprissa, he was part of the squad that won several National League titles and dominated CONCACAF competitions, including the CONCACAF Champions Cup. His performances on the international stage during this period solidified his place as one of Costa Rica's most important footballers. On the national team front, Fonseca was integral in Costa Rica's campaigns in various FIFA World Cup qualifiers and CONCACAF Gold Cups. He was part of the national team squad that played in the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Although Costa Rica did not advance far in the tournament, Fonseca's inclusion in the squad marked the pinnacle of his international career. His technical prowess and ability to score goals in important moments made him a key figure in the national team's attack. Major achievements. Rolando Fonseca's football career is defined by his numerous individual and collective achievements, both at the club and international level. Below are some of the highlights of his career. Club success. Fonseca was a cornerstone of Deportivo Saprissa for much of his career. With the club, he won several Primera División titles and helped Saprissa establish itself as a powerhouse in Central American football. He also played a key role in the team's successes in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, where the club enjoyed international success. International recognition. Fonseca earned over 100 caps for the Costa Rica national football team, representing his country in World Cup qualifiers, CONCACAF Gold Cups, and FIFA World Cups. His presence in these tournaments was a testament to his skill and consistency at the international level. Goal-scoring prowess. Fonseca's ability to score goals, particularly in crucial moments, made him one of the most reliable forwards in Central American football. His knack for finding the back of the net earned him a reputation as a natural goal scorer. FIFA World Cup 2002. Fonseca was a key player in Costa Rica's squad for the 2002 FIFA World Cup in South Korea and Japan. Although Costa Rica did not make it past the group stages, the experience of competing in a World Cup remains one of the pinnacle moments of his career. Leadership and influence. Fonseca's leadership qualities were not limited to his role as a goal scorer. He was often the player who led by example, motivating his teammates with his work ethic and commitment. His presence on the field provided stability for both his club and country. Later years and retirement. In the later stages of his career, Fonseca's playing time became more sporadic as he moved between clubs and adjusted to a more veteran role. His return to Deportivo Saprissa in the mid-2000s was a homecoming, where he continued to contribute to the team's success. Fonseca also had stints at other clubs, including Cartagena and Alajuelense, two of the top teams in Costa Rica. His final years as a player were spent playing for Alajuelense, where he provided experience and mentorship to younger players. Despite being in the twilight of his career, Fonseca continued to show flashes of his old brilliance, contributing valuable goals and assists. After a celebrated career, he retired from professional football in 2014, leaving behind a legacy of dedication, passion, and leadership in Costa Rican football. Legacy. Rolando Fonseca is widely regarded as one of Costa Rica's best footballers of his generation. His longevity in the game, combined with his technical ability and leadership, ensured his place among the country's all-time greats. Fonseca's impact on Costa Rican football is immeasurable, as he not only helped elevate his club teams to domestic and international success but also played a pivotal role in shaping Costa Rica's national team during a golden era for the sport in the country. Today, Fonseca's legacy endures as an inspiration for young Costa Rican footballers who look up to his achievements and strive to follow in his footsteps. His contributions to the sport continue to resonate in the hearts of football fans across Central America and beyond. Mauricio Solis was born on October 25, 1971, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in a country where football was the heartbeat of many, Solis was introduced to the sport from an early age. His early exposure to the game came in the bustling streets and parks of San Jose, where his natural talent for football began to show. As a young boy, he was captivated by the rhythm of the game, spending countless hours playing with local teams. His flair and composure with the ball were evident early on, and he quickly made his way into youth football leagues. By the age of 15, Solis joined the renowned youth academy of Club Sport Herediano, one of Costa Rica's most successful football clubs. It was here that Solis' potential began to truly blossom. His unique blend of technical skill, vision, and intelligence on the pitch marked him as a player to watch in the years to come. Rise to prominence in Costa Rican football. Mauricio Solis' professional career began with Club Sport Herediano in the early 1990s. The team, known for its competitive spirit in Costa Rican football, was the perfect platform for a young player like Solis to develop. His breakout season came in 1993, when he made his debut in the Primera División. His performance in the central midfield was marked by a level of composure and vision that belied his age. Solis' ability to control the tempo of the game quickly made him a vital player for Herediano. As his influence in the midfield grew, Solis became known for his ability to read the game, win tackles, and distribute the ball efficiently. His tactical awareness and unflappable composure under pressure were attributes that set him apart from his peers. Over the course of the next few seasons, he established himself as one of the standout young talents in Costa Rica's footballing scene. His rise to prominence was aided by his natural fit within the Costa Rican national team, which recognized his potential. Solis was called up to the national squad in the early 1990s, making his debut for La Salle in 1994. His combination of domestic success with Herediano and his performances on the international stage solidified his reputation as one of the country's most promising players. Career peak and international recognition. The peak of Mauricio Solis' career came in the mid to late 1990s, a period in which he not only made his mark in domestic football but also enjoyed significant success internationally. His exceptional performances with Club Sport Herediano continued, and he helped lead the club to multiple league titles during this period. Solis was instrumental in Herediano's dominance in the Costa Rican Primera División, where he became an integral part of the club's midfield. In addition to domestic triumphs, his national team career also flourished. Solis earned multiple caps for Costa Rica, representing the nation in several CONCACAF Gold Cups and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. His presence in the 1998 FIFA World Cup qualifiers was particularly notable, as Solis helped Costa Rica secure a place in the final tournament in France. A major achievement for the country. Though Costa Rica did not progress past the group stages of the 1998 World Cup, Solis' performances in the qualifiers and throughout the tournament demonstrated his status as one of the best midfielders in the region. During this period, Solis became known for his work ethic, his ability to break up opposing attacks, and his creative passing range. He was a versatile midfielder capable of both defensive and offensive duties. His calmness in possession, paired with his tireless running and leadership, made him an indispensable figure both for Herediano and the Costa Rican national team. Major achievements. Costa Rican League titles. Solis was a central figure in Club Sport Herediano's success in the Primera División during the 1990s and early 2000s. His ability to control the tempo in midfield and his influence in the game helped the team secure several domestic championships, making him one of the club's key players during its most successful era. International recognition. Solis' international career reached its height during the late 1990s. As a regular starter for the Costa Rican national team, he represented his country in multiple CONCACAF Gold Cups and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. His contributions were pivotal in Costa Rica's qualification for the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France, marking a historic achievement for the country. Influence in the midfield. Known for his vision, leadership, and tactical awareness, Solis became one of the top midfielders in Central America during his prime. He was widely regarded as a player capable of dictating the flow of the game and contributing both defensively and offensively. National team legacy: Solis earned over 100 caps for La Salle, making him one of the most capped players in Costa Rica's football history. His legacy with the national team remains as one of the country's most influential players, particularly in the 1990s and early 2000s. Mentorship and leadership: in addition to his on-field skills, Solis was often praised for his leadership qualities. He was a key figure in the dressing room and a role model for younger players, exemplifying professionalism and a commitment to the team. Later years and retirement. By the mid-2000s, as age began to take its toll, Solis' playing time began to decrease. He continued to play at a high level for several more years, but the demands of top-tier football eventually led him to step down from the professional game. His final years in the sport saw him play for Alajuelense, one of the rival teams in Costa Rica's Primera División. In his later years, Solis adapted his game to a more strategic, less physically demanding role, and while his influence on the pitch was still significant, he passed on much of the responsibility to the younger generation of Costa Rican players. Solis retired from professional football in 2010, after having amassed over 15 years of playing at the highest level. His retirement marked the end of an era for Costa Rican football, as one of the nation's most respected players bid farewell to the sport. Legacy and post-retirement. Mauricio Solis' influence on Costa Rican football extends far beyond his time as a player. His dedication to the game, his leadership on the field, and his influence as a central midfielder left a lasting impression on Costa Rica's footballing history. Solis' performances, both at the club level with Herediano and internationally with La Salle, solidified his status as one of the country's finest footballers. After retirement, Solis has remained involved in football in various capacities, working as a coach and mentor for young players. His experiences as a player have made him an invaluable resource for the next generation of Costa Rican footballers, and his passion for the game continues to resonate in the country. Mauricio Solis will always be remembered as one of Costa Rica's most dedicated and influential players, whose contributions to the national team and his club have left an indelible mark on the country's footballing legacy. Paulo Wanchope, a legendary career of power, skill, and leadership. Early life and beginnings in Costa Rica. Paulo Cesar Wanchope, widely regarded as one of Costa Rica's finest footballers, was born on July 31, 1976, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in a country where football is the national passion, it was no surprise that Wanchope developed an early love for the sport. From a young age, he demonstrated a natural aptitude for football, quickly standing out in youth leagues for his physicality, agility, and technical skill. His playing style, characterized by strength, pace, and an eye for goal, became apparent even as a teenager. Wanchope's journey to the professional ranks began at Club Sport Herediano, one of Costa Rica's most storied football clubs. He joined their youth academy in the early 1990s and quickly made an impression with his raw talent. It wasn't long before he made his debut for the senior team in the Costa Rican Primera División. At just 17 years old, he showcased his potential with Herediano. And by the mid-1990s, he had established himself as a standout player in the National League. Rise to international prominence. Wanchope's remarkable rise continued when he caught the eye of Costa Rica's national team coaches. His breakout season with Club Sport Herediano was followed by a call-up to the Costa Rica national team in 1995. Wanchope quickly made his mark on the international stage, earning a reputation for his powerful runs, aerial ability, and clinical finishing. His performances for the national team were integral to Costa Rica's qualification for the 1998 FIFA World Cup. In the qualifying rounds, Wanchope was one of the standout players, scoring important goals and providing a significant threat to opposing defenses. He was a key figure in the team, and his performances earned him a spot on the plane to France for the 1998 World Cup, marking the first time Costa Rica qualified for the tournament since 1990. During the World Cup, Wanchope delivered a historic performance. Scoring 2 goals in a memorable match against Germany, which helped cement his reputation on the world stage. His powerful style of play and ability to handle the pressure of a global tournament marked the peak of his international breakthrough. Career peak and major achievements. After his standout performances at the World Cup, Wanchope's career truly took off. In 1997, he made the move to England, signing with West Ham United in the Premier League. His time in the English top flight marked the peak of his career, and his power, pace, and goal-scoring instincts quickly made him a fan favorite. Wanchope's time in the Premier League was characterized by his ability to score goals in a variety of ways, whether with his head, his feet, or his trademark powerful runs from deep. He played for a number of clubs in England, including West Ham United, Derby County, and Manchester City. His tenure at these clubs allowed him to showcase his skills in one of the world's most competitive leagues, and he left a lasting impact on fans and teammates alike. In 1997, Wanchope also joined Derby County, where he would spend a significant portion of his career in the Premier League. His partnership with striker Francesco Baiano proved highly effective, with the duo forming a formidable attacking threat. Wanchope's pace and finishing ability made him one of the league's most feared forwards. Following his successful spell in England, Wanchope continued to showcase his abilities on the world stage, playing for clubs in Spain, the United States, and the United Arab Emirates. His time with Real Zaragoza in Spain saw him add more technical refinement to his game, and his impact in Major League Soccer, MLS, with Chicago Fire in the United States allowed him to end his career in a competitive league while continuing to be a force in front of goal. Throughout his peak years, Wanchope amassed several notable achievements. Premier League standout, his time in England saw him earn recognition as one of the most dangerous forwards in the Premier League during the late 1990s and early 2000s. International success, he became the all-time top scorer for the Costa Rican national team, cementing his place as a national icon. Club honors, Wanchope helped his teams win several domestic and international honors, including a Copa del Rey with Real Zaragoza. Later years and retirement. By the mid-2010s, after a successful career spanning multiple continents, Wanchope began to wind down his playing days. He returned to Costa Rica in the early 2010s, where he played for Alajuelense before ultimately retiring from professional football in 2014. In his final years, Wanchope had become a senior player and leader both on the field and in the dressing room. His experience and wisdom were invaluable to the younger generation of Costa Rican footballers. Despite his physical decline, his leadership qualities and tactical understanding of the game allowed him to continue contributing in a mentorship role. He retired with a wealth of experience and a legacy as one of Costa Rica's greatest ever players. Legacy and post-retirement life. Upon retiring from football, Paulo Wanchope transitioned to a role as a football coach. He took on various managerial positions, most notably with the Costa Rican national team, where he had once been a star player. He coached the national team from 2014 to 2015, continuing his influence on Costa Rican football in a new capacity. He also served as the head coach of Costa Rica's U23 team, aiming to help develop the next generation of talent in his home country. Wanchope's legacy is one of remarkable consistency, passion, and dedication. He was a powerful forward whose physical prowess was matched by his technical ability, and his fearless nature made him a constant threat on the field. His contribution to Costa Rican football, both as a player and a coach, remains a defining aspect of his career. Throughout his life, Wanchope has remained a prominent figure in Costa Rican sport, inspiring countless young footballers in his home country. He has also been a key figure in helping the Costa Rican national team rise to prominence in world football, continuing to influence the next generation of players with his passion for the game. As one of Costa Rica's greatest footballing talents, Paulo Wanchope's career is a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and belief in one's own abilities. From his early days in San Jose to his international exploits in Europe, the United States, and beyond, Wanchope's story is one of dedication to the sport and to his national team. Early life and beginnings. Walter Centeno, born on October 6, 1975, in San Jose, Costa Rica, is widely regarded as one of the most skilled and influential footballers in Costa Rica's history. From a young age, Centeno exhibited a remarkable talent for football, quickly gaining recognition in his hometown. Raised in a country passionate about the sport, he joined Santos de Guapos, a club in the Costa Rican Primera División, where he started his youth career. His natural aptitude for football, combined with his innate vision on the field, set him apart from his peers. Centeno's early development as a midfielder was marked by his impressive ability to dictate the tempo of a match. His exceptional passing range, technical skill, and understanding of the game led to rapid progression through the ranks, making him one of the most promising young talents in Costa Rica. At the age of 17, Centeno made his professional debut for Santos de Guapos, quickly making an impression with his composed style of play and his ability to deliver precise passes. His performances in the domestic league began to attract the attention of larger clubs within Costa Rica and abroad. His ability to control the game and his technical flair soon caught the eye of the Costa Rican national team selectors, leading to his call-up in 1998. Career peak and rise to prominence. Centeno's career truly took off when he joined Alajuelense, one of Costa Rica's most successful and prestigious clubs, in 1999. His time at LD Alajuelense would mark the peak of his domestic career, as he became one of the club's most influential figures and a key contributor to their success both at home and abroad. During his time at Alajuelense, Centeno was instrumental in the team's successes in the Costa Rican Primera División, winning multiple league titles and trophies. In the 2000s, Centeno's reputation as one of the top midfielders in Central America grew, with his exceptional vision, passing range, and ability to read the game making him a standout player in Costa Rican football. His leadership qualities were evident as he consistently led from the center of the park, orchestrating attacks with his superb passing and setting up his teammates with precision. His performances for Alajuelense and Costa Rica caught the attention of European clubs, but it was his consistent success in domestic football that cemented his place as one of Costa Rica's greatest players. At the peak of his career, Centeno was known as the maestro of Costa Rican football, admired for his elegance on the ball and his tactical intelligence. Major achievements and international success. Centeno's achievements on the club level were matched by his impact on the international stage with the Costa Rica national team. Over the course of his career, he earned 137 caps and scored 25 goals for his country, playing in several CONCACAF Gold Cups and World Cup qualifiers. One of Centeno's greatest international achievements was his role in helping Costa Rica qualify for the 2002 FIFA World Cup in South Korea and Japan. Centeno played a pivotal role in the qualifiers, serving as a key midfield presence in a team that secured a place in the tournament for the first time since 1990. His performances were instrumental in Costa Rica's run to the tournament, as he was both a creator and a leader on the field. Centeno was also a major factor in Costa Rica's successful campaigns in the CONCACAF Gold Cup, helping his team to a third-place finish in the 2002 Gold Cup. Throughout his career with the national team, Centeno earned recognition for his consistency, leadership, and ability to step up in crucial moments. With Alajuelense, Centeno won several domestic titles, including multiple Primera División championships and international trophies in CONCACAF Champions Cup competitions. His ability to dictate the game from midfield, along with his composed passing vision, made him a key player for the club and a cornerstone of their success during the 2000s. Later years and retirement. In the later stages of his career, Centeno faced challenges with injuries, but he remained an important figure for Alajuelense and the Costa Rican national team. As his playing career wound down, Centeno's influence on the pitch never truly waned, as his leadership and football intelligence continued to make a difference in games. In 2014, at the age of 39, Centeno decided to retire from professional football after an illustrious career that spanned nearly 2 decades. His retirement marked the end of an era for Costa Rican football, as Centeno had been the face of the national team for much of the late 1990s and 2000s. Despite his retirement from playing, Centeno's legacy as one of Costa Rica's greatest midfielders was firmly cemented. After his playing days, Centeno transitioned to coaching, taking roles within the Costa Rican football landscape, where he continued to contribute to the development of the sport. His tactical acumen and passion for the game made him a respected figure in the world of football even after his retirement from active play. Legacy and influence. Walter Centeno's legacy as one of Costa Rica's finest players is not just about his on-field achievements but also about his influence on the next generation of Costa Rican footballers. His combination of technical skill, leadership, and football intelligence made him an idol for many young players in his home country. Centeno's success was not just confined to his club career but extended to his time with the Costa Rican national team, where he played a crucial role in Costa Rica's success on the regional and international stage. His legacy remains that of a player who, through hard work and commitment, became an icon of Costa Rican football and helped put the country on the global football map. As a player, he was always revered for his ability to control the game, deliver pinpoint passes, and create opportunities for his teammates. As a leader, he led by example and was always at the heart of the team's performances. His contribution to Costa Rican football cannot be overstated, and he will forever be remembered as one of the country's greatest footballing talents. In retirement, Centeno's legacy continues to inspire young players across Costa Rica and beyond, ensuring that his influence on the sport will be felt for generations to come. Early life and football beginnings. Winston Parks was born on January 21, 1982, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in a country with a strong football culture, Parks developed a passion for the game at an early age. His father, who was also involved in football, played a pivotal role in shaping Winston's early exposure to the sport. Parks's natural talent on the field quickly became evident, and his skills were nurtured through various youth teams. Parks began his professional career with Deportivo Saprissa, one of Costa Rica's most prestigious football clubs, known for its dominant position in domestic football. The youth system at Saprissa helped shape him into the player who would go on to gain recognition in both Costa Rican and international football circles. He debuted for the senior team at just 18 years old, demonstrating his agility and versatility as an attacking player. Career in Costa Rica, domestic success. At Deportivo Saprissa, Parks became an integral part of the team's offensive line, contributing with his pace, technical skills, and goal-scoring ability. Saprissa, at the time, was not only a powerhouse in Costa Rican football but also one of the leading clubs in Central America. During his time at the club, Winston quickly gained a reputation for his flair on the ball and his ability to break down defenses. His performances in the Primera División were exceptional, and he helped Saprissa secure multiple league titles during his tenure with the club. Parks's versatility meant he could be deployed as a forward or winger, further enhancing his value to the team. His pace on the wing, combined with a sharp eye for goal, made him a consistent threat to opposition defenses. In addition to domestic success, Parks was part of the squad that made significant strides in CONCACAF competitions, helping Saprissa to win the CONCACAF Champions League and gain recognition on the international stage. His skill and consistency in the Costa Rican League made him one of the brightest stars of his generation. International career and major achievements. Parks's performances at club level did not go unnoticed by the national team selectors, and in 2004, he earned his first call-up to the Costa Rica national football team. His debut marked the beginning of a successful international career, as Parks quickly established himself as a vital player for his country. One of the defining moments of Parks's international career came during the 2006 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He played a key role in helping Costa Rica secure a spot in the tournament, which was a historic achievement for the nation. Parks's contributions were critical in the attacking third, where his speed and creativity made him a constant danger to opposing defenses. His performances in the qualifiers earned him a place in the 2006 World Cup squad, marking the pinnacle of his international career. Although Costa Rica was unable to make a deep run in the World Cup, Parks's presence in the squad was significant, and he continued to be a valuable asset for his country in subsequent years. He represented Costa Rica in numerous CONCACAF Gold Cups, where his international pedigree and goal-scoring capabilities were on full display. Parks's ability to deliver on the big stage earned him admiration from both fans and critics alike. International club career, a move to Europe. After his success with Saprissa in Costa Rica, Parks sought to expand his horizons and test his skills at a higher level. In 2007, he made the move to Europe, signing with Real Betis in Spain's La Liga. The move to a top European league was a huge step in his career, and while he did not have an extensive amount of playing time in the top-flight Spanish league, it was still a significant achievement for the Costa Rican. At Real Betis, Parks had the opportunity to play alongside some of Spain's top talents, which undoubtedly contributed to his development as a footballer. His time in Spain, however, was relatively brief, and after a few seasons with Betis, Parks sought a return to Latin America to further his career. Stints in Mexico and the United States. After his time in Spain, Parks moved to Mexico, where he signed with Club Puebla in the Mexican Primera División. His time in Mexico allowed him to rediscover his form, and he quickly became an important player for his club. Parks demonstrated his skill in the Mexican League with several standout performances, contributing with goals and assists to his team's success. His time in Mexico proved to be a turning point in his career, as he gained valuable experience playing in another competitive footballing environment. Following his spell at Puebla, Parks later had stints in the United States, where he played in the MLS with teams such as Chivas USA. While his time in the US was not as high-profile as his domestic or European experiences, it provided Parks with the opportunity to continue his playing career in a different footballing landscape. Final years and retirement. Parks continued to play professionally into his mid-30s, but as injuries and age caught up with him, he eventually made the decision to retire from professional football. By then, he had enjoyed a successful career across multiple countries, playing at the top levels in Costa Rica, Spain, Mexico, and the United States. His international experience, paired with his success at the club level, made him a respected figure in the footballing world. Post-retirement, Parks has remained active in football, primarily in roles associated with youth development and coaching, where he works to pass on his knowledge and experience to younger generations of Costa Rican footballers. His legacy as one of the finest attacking players in Costa Rican history endures, with many young players looking up to his success on both the domestic and international stage. Legacy and impact on Costa Rican football. Winston Parks's impact on Costa Rican football is immeasurable. He was one of the key figures in the golden generation of Costa Rican footballers that helped elevate the nation's reputation on the international stage. His ability to score goals, his flair, and his attacking prowess made him a standout player in both domestic and international competitions. Throughout his career, Parks achieved domestic league titles with Saprissa, earned international caps with Costa Rica, and represented his country in some of the sport's biggest tournaments. He remains a beloved figure in Costa Rican football, and his legacy continues to inspire young players who aspire to reach the same heights in the sport. Parks's journey from a promising youth player at Deportivo Saprissa to an international presence on the Costa Rica national team and later a professional in Europe and the Americas illustrates the trajectory of a player who dedicated himself to his craft. His career is a testament to the power of hard work, passion, and ambition, both on and off the pitch. Early life and football beginnings. Winston Parks was born on January 21, 1982, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in a country with a strong football culture, Parks developed a passion for the game at an early age. His father, who was also involved in football, played a pivotal role in shaping Winston's early exposure to the sport. Parks's natural talent on the field quickly became evident, and his skills were nurtured through various youth teams. Parks began his professional career with Deportivo Saprissa, one of Costa Rica's most prestigious football clubs, known for its dominant position in domestic football. The youth system at Saprissa helped shape him into the player who would go on to gain recognition in both Costa Rican and international football circles. He debuted for the senior team at just 18 years old, demonstrating his agility and versatility as an attacking player. Career in Costa Rica, domestic success. At Deportivo Saprissa, Parks became an integral part of the team's offensive line, contributing with his pace, technical skills, and goal-scoring ability. Saprissa, at the time, was not only a powerhouse in Costa Rican football but also one of the leading clubs in Central America. During his time at the club, Winston quickly gained a reputation for his flair on the ball and his ability to break down defenses. His performances in the Primera División were exceptional, and he helped Saprissa secure multiple league titles during his tenure with the club. Parks's versatility meant he could be deployed as a forward or winger, further enhancing his value to the team. His pace on the wing, combined with a sharp eye for goal, made him a consistent threat to opposition defenses. In addition to domestic success, Parks was part of the squad that made significant strides in CONCACAF competitions, helping Saprissa to win the CONCACAF Champions League and gain recognition on the international stage. His skill and consistency in the Costa Rican League made him one of the brightest stars of his generation. International career and major achievements. Parks's performances at club level did not go unnoticed by the national team selectors, and in 2004, he earned his first call-up to the Costa Rica national football team. His debut marked the beginning of a successful international career, as Parks quickly established himself as a vital player for his country. One of the defining moments of Parks's international career came during the 2006 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He played a key role in helping Costa Rica secure a spot in the tournament, which was a historic achievement for the nation. Parks's contributions were critical in the attacking third, where his speed and creativity made him a constant danger to opposing defenses. His performances in the qualifiers earned him a place in the 2006 World Cup squad, marking the pinnacle of his international career. Although Costa Rica was unable to make a deep run in the World Cup, Parks's presence in the squad was significant, and he continued to be a valuable asset for his country in subsequent years. He represented Costa Rica in numerous CONCACAF Gold Cups, where his international pedigree and goal-scoring capabilities were on full display. Parks's ability to deliver on the big stage earned him admiration from both fans and critics alike. International club career, a move to Europe. After his success with Saprissa in Costa Rica, Parks sought to expand his horizons and test his skills at a higher level. In 2007, he made the move to Europe, signing with Real Betis in Spain's La Liga. The move to a top European league was a huge step in his career, and while he did not have an extensive amount of playing time in the top-flight Spanish league, it was still a significant achievement for the Costa Rican. At Real Betis, Parks had the opportunity to play alongside some of Spain's top talents, which undoubtedly contributed to his development as a footballer. His time in Spain, however, was relatively brief, and after a few seasons with Betis, Parks sought a return to Latin America to further his career. Stints in Mexico and the United States. After his time in Spain, Parks moved to Mexico, where he signed with Club Puebla in the Mexican Primera División. His time in Mexico allowed him to rediscover his form, and he quickly became an important player for his club. Parks demonstrated his skill in the Mexican League with several standout performances, contributing with goals and assists to his team's success. His time in Mexico proved to be a turning point in his career, as he gained valuable experience playing in another competitive footballing environment. Following his spell at Puebla, Parks later had stints in the United States, where he played in the MLS with teams such as Chivas USA. While his time in the US was not as high-profile as his domestic or European experiences, it provided Parks with the opportunity to continue his playing career in a different footballing landscape. Final years and retirement. Parks continued to play professionally into his mid-30s, but as injuries and age caught up with him, he eventually made the decision to retire from professional football. By then, he had enjoyed a successful career across multiple countries, playing at the top levels in Costa Rica, Spain, Mexico, and the United States. His international experience, paired with his success at the club level, made him a respected figure in the footballing world. Post-retirement, Parks has remained active in football, primarily in roles associated with youth development and coaching, where he works to pass on his knowledge and experience to younger generations of Costa Rican footballers. His legacy as one of the finest attacking players in Costa Rican history endures, with many young players looking up to his success on both the domestic and international stage. Legacy and impact on Costa Rican football. Winston Parks's impact on Costa Rican football is immeasurable. He was one of the key figures in the golden generation of Costa Rican footballers that helped elevate the nation's reputation on the international stage. His ability to score goals, his flair, and his attacking prowess made him a standout player in both domestic and international competitions. Throughout his career, Parks achieved domestic league titles with Saprissa, earned international caps with Costa Rica, and represented his country in some of the sport's biggest tournaments. He remains a beloved figure in Costa Rican football, and his legacy continues to inspire young players who aspire to reach the same heights in the sport. Parks's journey from a promising youth player at Deportivo Saprissa to an international presence on the Costa Rica national team and later a professional in Europe and the Americas illustrates the trajectory of a player who dedicated himself to his craft. His career is a testament to the power of hard work, passion, and ambition, both on and off the pitch. Daniel Vallejos was born on August 15, 1993, in Asunción, Paraguay. Growing up in a football-loving family, Vallejos quickly developed an interest in the sport. His early exposure to the game, coupled with his natural athleticism, laid the foundation for a promising career in professional football. Vallejos's talent was evident even in his childhood, where he played for local teams in his community. He began his youth football journey with the renowned club Olimpia in Paraguay, one of the country's most storied football clubs. His impressive performances at the youth level led him to progress through the ranks, making a name for himself as a skillful midfielder with strong technical ability, a sharp footballing IQ, and an eye for distributing passes. It wasn't long before his talent earned him a spot in Olimpia's senior squad, where he would go on to make his professional debut. Rise to prominence in Paraguay. Vallejos's rise in Paraguayan football was meteoric, as he quickly established himself as one of the promising young players in Paraguayan Primera División. His early seasons with Club Olimpia were marked by significant improvements in his game, especially in his vision, passing range, and leadership skills on the field. As a midfielder, Vallejos showcased his ability to dictate the pace of the game and was often the key playmaker for his team. His breakthrough season came when he became a regular starter for Olimpia, and his performances drew the attention of both local fans and the club's management. Vallejos's contributions helped Olimpia to win key matches in the league, and he became an integral part of the team's midfield. His technical skill on the ball, combined with his tireless work ethic, made him a fan favorite. Career peak, domestic and international recognition. As Vallejos's reputation grew, so did his profile both domestically and internationally. His performances for Club Olimpia caught the eye of national team scouts, and Vallejos was soon called up to the Paraguay national team for the first time. His inclusion in the national squad was a significant milestone in his career, marking his transition from a promising domestic player to an internationally recognized talent. At the height of his career, Vallejos represented Paraguay in numerous World Cup qualifiers, Copa America tournaments, and international friendlies, where he earned praise for his composure in midfield and his ability to control matches. His precise passing and ability to disrupt opposition attacks made him an essential player for his national team, even as Paraguay faced tough competition from larger footballing nations. On the domestic front, Vallejos's career reached its peak when he helped Club Olimpia secure several Paraguayan league titles and Copa Libertadores appearances. His contributions in these tournaments solidified his place as one of the best midfielders in South America during his prime years. Vallejos's ability to perform under pressure in high-stakes matches earned him recognition as a top-tier footballer in South American football. Major achievements and recognition. Throughout his career, Daniel Vallejos achieved notable milestones and was frequently recognized for his performances on the field. Some of his key achievements include Paraguayan Primera División titles. Vallejos played an essential role in securing multiple league titles with Club Olimpia. His leadership in the midfield helped the club maintain dominance in Paraguayan football, and he consistently delivered strong performances in crucial games. Copa Libertadores participation. Vallejos's involvement in Copa Libertadores, South America's premier club competition, highlighted his skill on the international stage. His contributions in these high-profile tournaments helped raise his profile as a key player for his club. National team appearances. Vallejos earned a place in the Paraguay national team, making appearances in international tournaments like Copa America and key World Cup qualifiers. His role as a dependable and composed midfielder made him an important part of the national squad during his international career. Individual recognition. Throughout his career, Vallejos received several individual accolades for his performances in both domestic and international competitions. His technical skills, passing accuracy, and ability to read the game earned him a reputation as one of the finest midfielders of his generation. Final years of football and retirement. As is often the case with professional athletes, Vallejos' playing career eventually began to wind down due to the physical toll of years of competition. By his late 30s, Vallejos' presence on the pitch became less frequent, and he faced increased competition from younger players emerging in the ranks of Club Olimpia and the Paraguay national team. Despite facing challenges with injuries and the natural decline in physical performance that accompanies aging athletes, Vallejos remained committed to the game. His leadership and experience were highly valued, particularly in mentoring younger players in the squad. Vallejos' dedication to his craft, even as his playing time diminished, allowed him to leave a lasting legacy in the clubs and countries where he played. After a long and successful career, Daniel Vallejos decided to retire from professional football at the age of 39. His decision was met with great respect from fans and fellow professionals, who praised his contributions to the game both in Paraguay and internationally. Following his retirement, Vallejos transitioned into a coaching-mentoring role, where he works with youth players and aspiring midfielders. His deep understanding of the game, combined with his experience at the highest levels, made him a valuable asset to the next generation of footballers in Paraguay. Legacy in Paraguayan football. Daniel Vallejos leaves behind a remarkable legacy as one of the most accomplished midfielders in Paraguayan football history. His contributions to Club Olimpia, his performances for the Paraguay national team, and his leadership on the field solidified his place as one of the nation's finest footballers. Vallejos is remembered not only for his technical prowess and passing accuracy but also for his work ethic, discipline, and role as a team leader. He set an example for young footballers in Paraguay, demonstrating the importance of perseverance, hard work, and a commitment to the sport. As one of the most influential figures in the history of Paraguayan football, Daniel Vallejos' career continues to inspire football players across the country. His dedication to the game, his on-field achievements, and his role as a mentor to younger players cement his status as a national footballing hero. Early life and football beginnings. Juan José Rodríguez was born on January 23, 1981, in Asunción, Paraguay, into a country with a rich footballing history. Growing up in a family with a passion for the sport, Rodríguez's interest in football developed at a young age. His natural talent for the game was evident in his early years, and he quickly joined youth teams in his local area. Rodríguez first began his footballing career at the youth academy of Club Libertad, one of Paraguay's most successful football clubs. The club's academy was known for nurturing young talent, and Rodríguez was no exception. His skills as a midfielder, known for his vision, passing accuracy, and tactical intelligence, set him apart from his peers, and he quickly ascended through the club's youth ranks. By the time Rodríguez reached his late teens, he had caught the attention of the senior team's coaches, and he was called up to join Club Libertad's first team. His breakthrough came in the early 2000s when he made his professional debut for the club. His impressive performances in the Paraguayan Primera División earned him a spot as a regular starter, marking the beginning of a promising career in professional football. Rise to prominence and career peak. Rodríguez's time with Club Libertad was marked by steady growth and development, as he quickly became one of the standout players in Paraguay's top league. His combination of technical ability, physicality, and football intelligence made him a formidable presence in midfield. Rodríguez's versatility allowed him to play both defensive and offensive roles, which made him a valuable asset to his team. During his peak years at Club Libertad, Rodríguez helped the team achieve consistent success in the Paraguayan Primera División. He played a key role in the club's midfield, often dictating the tempo of the game and contributing with crucial assists and defensive plays. His consistency and leadership were instrumental in helping Libertad secure several domestic titles during his tenure. At the height of his career, Rodríguez attracted interest from several clubs outside of Paraguay. His performances in both the Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana gave him valuable international experience, and his reputation as a talented midfielder began to spread across South America. In 2007, Rodriguez earned a move to Atlético Nacional in Colombia, a club with a strong footballing tradition. The move marked an exciting new chapter in his career and allowed him to continue his growth as a player on the international stage. Major achievements and international recognition. Rodriguez's time at Atlético Nacional was a defining period in his career. His performances in Colombia's Categoría Primera A League and in international competitions such as the Copa Libertadores further enhanced his reputation. Rodriguez played an essential role in helping Atlético Nacional to domestic success, contributing significantly to their league titles and cup victories. His passing ability, vision, and defensive contributions made him a central figure in the team's midfield. While at Atlético Nacional, Rodriguez also earned international recognition, catching the eye of the Paraguay national team selectors. His ability to perform at the highest levels, particularly in international competitions, earned him his first call-up to the Paraguay national team in 2008. Rodriguez's time with the national team saw him feature in several World Cup qualifying matches and Copa America tournaments, where he proved his worth against some of the best teams in South America. Rodriguez's international career was highlighted by his participation in the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers and the 2011 Copa America. He played an important role in the midfield, helping Paraguay reach the final stages of the tournament, where they finished as runners-up. His tireless work rate, passing ability, and defensive contributions were critical to Paraguay's success, and he became a fan favorite for his dedication and skill. Rodriguez's major achievements during this time included winning multiple league titles in Paraguay and Colombia. And his stellar performances earned him a spot as one of the best midfielders of his generation in South American football. His success in Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana further cemented his legacy as a top-tier player in the region. Later years and retirement. As with many footballers, the later years of Rodriguez's career were defined by the inevitable physical decline that comes with age. After several successful seasons in Colombia, Rodriguez made the decision to return to Paraguay, where he joined club Cerro Porteño in 2012. Although his playing time was limited by injury and the emergence of younger talent, Rodriguez's leadership and experience were highly valued by the team. In the final years of his career, Rodriguez shifted into a more supportive role, helping to mentor younger players and providing his expertise in training. His knowledge of the game, combined with his extensive experience in South American football, made him a valuable figure both on and off the pitch. His role in the locker room was crucial in providing guidance to the next generation of Paraguayan footballers. After a decade of professional football, Rodriguez officially retired from the game in 2016, ending his career on a high note after making significant contributions to both his clubs and the Paraguay national team. Following his retirement, Rodriguez transitioned into a coaching role, working with young players and sharing his wealth of knowledge in various football development programs. His expertise in midfield play, tactical understanding, and leadership qualities made him a respected figure in the coaching community. Legacy and impact on Paraguayan football. Juan José Rodríguez's legacy in Paraguayan football is defined by his technical skill, versatility, and leadership on the field. He is remembered as one of Paraguay's most accomplished midfielders, with a career that spanned multiple top-tier leagues in South America. Rodriguez's ability to control the game, break up opposition attacks, and contribute offensively made him an essential player for both his club and country. His success at Club Libertad, Atlético Nacional, and Cerro Porteño served as a testament to his dedication and talent. On the international stage, Rodriguez's contributions to Paraguay's national team during key tournaments like the Copa America solidified his place as one of the most respected midfielders in South American football. Today, Rodriguez remains an influential figure in Paraguayan football, not just for his playing career but also for his impact on the development of future talent. His commitment to the game and his legacy of excellence continue to inspire aspiring footballers in Paraguay and beyond. In conclusion, Juan José Rodríguez is celebrated not only for his successful playing career but also for his lasting impact on Paraguayan football. His journey through various top clubs and his pivotal role in the Paraguay national team have earned him a respected place in the history of South American football. Early life and beginnings in football. Harold Wallace was born on May 4, 1983, in Panama City, Panama, into a football-loving family. From a young age, Wallace exhibited an impressive affinity for sports, particularly football. Growing up in the vibrant and competitive sports environment of Panama, he was exposed to the game early, participating in local matches and eventually joining youth football teams in his neighborhood. His natural athleticism and love for the game led him to pursue football with dedication, honing his skills and striving for excellence. Wallace's early years saw him playing for various local clubs in Panama, but his big break came when he was noticed by scouts from Club Atlético Independiente, better known as Independiente de la Carrera, one of Panama's prominent football clubs. It was here, under the guidance of experienced coaches, that he would begin to develop his skills at a professional level. The club's youth development system gave him the foundation to grow as a player. And Wallace's talent quickly became evident as he impressed coaches and fans alike with his performance. Career peak and success with clubs. Wallace's professional career truly began to take shape when he joined Club Atlético Independiente's senior squad in the mid-2000s. As a promising young midfielder, he brought energy, vision, and strong passing abilities to the team. His performances in Panama's Primera División quickly caught the attention of larger clubs, and it wasn't long before he became a key player for Independiente. One of Wallace's key attributes as a midfielder was his versatility. He could play both an offensive and defensive role, contributing to his team's attacking plays while also supporting his defensive duties. His tactical awareness and disciplined approach to the game helped him become a central figure in Independiente's success. Under Wallace's leadership, the team experienced some of its best seasons in recent years, including a string of strong finishes in the league and important victories in domestic cup competitions. Wallace's career reached new heights as he started to gain national recognition, not only as a talented club player but also as a key figure in the Panama national team. His ability to control the game in the middle of the park, combined with his strength in both attack and defense, earned him a call-up to the national squad in 2007. His debut for the national team marked the beginning of an international career that would span more than a decade. International success and achievements. Wallace's career on the international stage saw him represent Panama in a series of important tournaments, most notably the CONCACAF Gold Cup and FIFA World Cup qualifying campaigns. His performances in the CONCACAF Gold Cup were a highlight of his career, with Wallace playing a crucial role in Panama's rise as a competitive team within the region. His ability to distribute the ball and break up opposition attacks made him a valuable asset for Panama's midfield. Throughout the years, Wallace was known for his leadership qualities, playing with a level of composure and maturity that belied his years. As one of the key players for Panama, he played a significant role in helping the team qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Although Panama did not progress far into the tournament, the achievement of qualifying for the World Cup was a historic moment for the country and for Wallace personally. In addition to his World Cup qualification, Wallace contributed to Panama's national team's success in various international friendly matches and regional tournaments. He played an essential part in the 2013 and 2015 CONCACAF Gold Cup campaigns, where Panama reached the semi-finals on both occasions. His performances were often highlighted by his intelligence on the ball, ability to intercept passes, and leadership in dictating play from the midfield. Domestic success and contributions to clubs. Throughout his club career, Wallace continued to be a valuable asset to Club Atlético Independiente. His tenacity on the field and his consistent performances kept him as one of the team's most important players. Wallace's work ethic and ability to influence the game were key to Independiente securing several important victories in Panama's top football league during his tenure. His contributions were not limited to domestic competitions, as Wallace also helped his team make deep runs in international tournaments such as the Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana. Playing against some of South America's most powerful clubs, Wallace showcased his talents on the continental stage, competing at the highest level and gaining invaluable experience. Wallace also earned multiple league titles during his time in Panama, solidifying his reputation as one of the top midfielders in the region. His consistency, leadership, and remarkable skills made him an integral part of Independiente's midfield, and his name became synonymous with the team's successes in the Primera División. Later years and transition to coaching. As he entered the later stages of his playing career, Wallace began to face the physical toll of professional football. Injuries became more frequent, and although he was still a key player for Independiente, he started to contemplate his future after football. In 2016, he made the decision to leave the professional game and transition into coaching. Wallace's transition into coaching was seamless, as his deep understanding of the game and his leadership skills made him an ideal candidate for a coaching role. He began working with the youth academy at Club Atlético Independiente, where he took on the task of developing the next generation of football players. His ability to impart knowledge about tactics, positioning, and mentality made him an influential figure in the club's youth system. In 2018, Wallace was appointed as an assistant coach for the senior team, further cementing his future in football beyond playing. He quickly became an integral part of the coaching staff, using his extensive experience to help guide the team to success in both domestic and international competitions. Legacy and impact. Harold Wallace's legacy in Panamanian football is one of dedication, skill, and leadership. His contributions to Club Atlético Independiente and the Panama national team have left an indelible mark on the country's football history. Wallace is remembered as one of Panama's finest midfielders, known for his ability to control the game and contribute both defensively and offensively. His career serves as an example for young Panamanian players, particularly in his commitment to the sport and his desire to elevate the level of football in his home country. Beyond his playing days, Wallace's transition into coaching ensures that his impact on Panamanian football will continue for years to come. In conclusion, Harold Wallace's career is a testament to the importance of hard work, determination, and leadership in the world of football. His successful playing career, marked by achievements with both Club Atlético Independiente and the Panama national team, along with his later transition into coaching, cements his legacy as one of Panama's most influential football figures. Early life and football beginnings. Stephen Bryce was born on June 8, 1977, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Raised in a country where football is deeply ingrained in the national identity, Bryce's early exposure to the sport was inevitable. Growing up in Costa Rica, he was introduced to football at a young age and quickly developed a passion for the game. Like many Costa Rican players, Bryce began his journey in local youth teams, where he quickly impressed coaches with his technical ability and football IQ. Bryce's talent did not go unnoticed, and by his teenage years, he was recruited by Alajuelense, one of Costa Rica's most successful and storied football clubs. He began to develop his skills in the club's youth academy, where his exceptional midfield vision, passing accuracy, and work ethic set him apart from his peers. His rise through the ranks of Alajuelense signaled the beginning of what would be a long and successful career in professional football. Professional career, rise in Costa Rican football. Bryce made his professional debut with Alajuelense in the late 1990s. As a young midfielder, his ability to control the tempo of a game and break down opposing attacks quickly made him a key figure in the team. He played a pivotal role in the team's success during the late 1990s and early 2000s, helping the club secure domestic titles and consistently competing in regional tournaments. As his game matured, Bryce was not only recognized for his strong passing ability but also for his leadership on the field. His tactical awareness and understanding of the game made him one of the most important midfielders in Alajuelense's lineup. During his time with the club, Bryce helped lead Alajuelense to several Primera División championships, which solidified his reputation as one of Costa Rica's top players. Bryce's performances in the domestic league earned him recognition beyond Costa Rica, leading to opportunities to play internationally. His move to international football came in 2004 when he signed with Guadalajara in Mexico's Primera División. A major step in his career as he sought to expand his influence on the continental level. International success and playing for the national team. As a key player for Alajuelense, Bryce's career trajectory reached new heights with his inclusion in the Costa Rica national team. His first call-up to the national squad came in the early 2000s, and he became an integral part of the team. Bryce's consistency and ability to perform in high-pressure situations made him a dependable figure in the midfield for Costa Rica. One of his key achievements on the international stage came during World Cup qualification campaigns for Germany 2006 and South Africa 2010. While Costa Rica ultimately did not qualify for the 2006 World Cup, Bryce's role as a creative force in midfield was critical in maintaining the team's competitive edge throughout the qualification rounds. His ability to distribute the ball, create chances, and protect the defense made him indispensable for his national team. Bryce's most significant international achievement came with Costa Rica's qualification for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. This marked a monumental moment in Costa Rican football, as the country advanced to the tournament for the first time in more than a decade. Although Bryce had already begun to wind down his international career, he was an important figure in the team's preparations and contributed to Costa Rica's rise in world football. Throughout his international career, Bryce represented Costa Rica in various CONCACAF Gold Cups, where the team made notable runs. His composure and influence in midfield made him an invaluable player during these tournaments, contributing to Costa Rica's successes on the regional stage. Playing career in Mexico and later years. After leaving Alajuelense in 2004, Bryce took his talents to Guadalajara in Mexico, where he spent several years playing in the highly competitive Primera División. His time in Mexico provided him with invaluable experience, facing off against some of the best teams and players in North and Central America. He developed his game further and became a more complete midfielder capable of influencing games in numerous ways. During his stint with Guadalajara, Bryce also enjoyed success, winning domestic cups and competing at a high level in Liga MX. His tenure in Mexico was crucial for his development as a player, as he learned from some of the most experienced footballers in Latin America and gained crucial exposure to international club competitions like the CONCACAF Champions League. As Bryce neared the end of his playing career, he returned to Costa Rica and joined Municipal Pérez Zeledón, where he played out the remainder of his professional career. At this point, his role had shifted from a dynamic playmaker to a more experienced leader, providing mentorship to younger players while still contributing on the field. His time with Pérez Zeledón saw him finish his domestic playing career on a high note, with the team appreciating his leadership both on and off the field. Post-retirement and legacy. Following his retirement, Stephen Bryce transitioned into football coaching, applying his wealth of experience and deep knowledge of the game to developing future generations of Costa Rican players. His experience playing at the highest levels of club and international football made him an ideal candidate to guide the next generation of talent in Costa Rica. He has worked with various youth programs and taken on coaching roles at local clubs, aiming to instill the same qualities that made him a successful player into his protégés. Bryce's legacy in Costa Rican football is cemented not only through his club successes but also through his invaluable contributions to the national team. His name is synonymous with dedication, professionalism, and success, and he remains one of the country's most respected footballers of his era. His ability to impact the game as a creative midfielder, while also being a strong leader and tactical presence, made him a key figure in the evolution of Costa Rican football. In addition to his on-field success, Bryce is remembered for his sportsmanship, his commitment to the growth of football in Costa Rica, and his work to elevate the profile of Central American football on the world stage. Conclusion. Stephen Bryce's football career spanned both domestic and international stages, and he left an indelible mark on Costa Rican football. From his early years with Alajuelense to his time playing for Guadalajara and his contributions to the Costa Rica national team, Bryce's career was characterized by hard work, consistency, and a deep understanding of the game. His achievements with Costa Rica, including the team's qualification for the 2014 FIFA World Cup, remain a defining aspect of his legacy. Today, as a coach and mentor, Stephen Bryce continues to influence the future of Costa Rican football, ensuring that his legacy endures for years to come. Early life and football beginnings. Hernán Medford was born on December 25, 1967, in San Jose, Costa Rica. Growing up in a country where football is the dominant sport, Medford was immersed in the game from an early age. Raised in a family that loved sports, it didn't take long for him to demonstrate an aptitude for football. Medford began playing football at the youth level, showing early signs of the talent and skill that would eventually make him one of Costa Rica's most celebrated players. His potential was noticed by local coaches, and he was soon recruited into the youth systems of Club Sport Herediano, one of Costa Rica's premier clubs. As a youth player, Medford impressed with his speed, agility, and technical ability, which would eventually translate into a successful professional career. He quickly made a name for himself as a talented forward with an eye for goals and a strong attacking presence. Professional career, rise in Costa Rica. Medford made his professional debut with Herediano in the late 1980s. In the early stages of his career, he was known for his pace and flair on the ball, quickly establishing himself as one of Costa Rica's most promising young talents. By the early 1990s, Medford was a key player for Herediano, helping them to secure national championships and achieve success in Costa Rica's Primera División. His performances in domestic football earned him recognition across Central America, and soon, bigger opportunities arose. During his time with Herediano, Medford was part of a team that consistently challenged for the title, with his dynamic attacking style making a significant impact on the pitch. He also represented Costa Rica in international competitions, playing in CONCACAF tournaments, where he showed his skill against regional powerhouses. The move to Mexico and international success. Medford's breakthrough came when he signed with Club America in Mexico in the early 1990s. His move to Liga MX marked a significant step in his career, as he was now competing at one of the highest levels in the Americas. At Club America, Medford joined one of the most prestigious teams in Mexican football history, and he quickly became an important player in their lineup. His time in Mexico was marked by personal and team success, as Medford helped lead Club America to several key victories. He was a key figure in the club's attacking lineup and was known for his goal-scoring ability, making him a fan favorite. Medford's performances in Liga MX earned him recognition throughout Latin America, and his experience in one of the strongest leagues on the continent further developed his skills. At the same time, Medford continued his national team career, representing Costa Rica in World Cup qualifiers. His consistent performances at the club and international level solidified his reputation as one of Costa Rica's best footballers. In 1990, he was a part of the Costa Rican squad that qualified for the 1990 FIFA World Cup, a milestone for the country as it was their second World Cup appearance. Medford played a key role in the team's success and became a fixture in the national team for the years to come. Medford was also part of the Costa Rican squad that qualified for the 1994 FIFA World Cup, further solidifying his place as one of the nation's key players during that era. His versatility, sharp finishing, and leadership on the field were critical assets for both his club and national teams. Medford's impact in CONCACAF competitions, including the Gold Cup, was significant, and he helped elevate Costa Rica's footballing profile across the region. Career peak and major achievements. Medford's career peak came in the 1990s and early 2000s, when he was widely considered one of the top forwards in the region. As part of Club America, he not only won multiple domestic titles but also enjoyed significant success in international club competitions, further establishing his reputation. Medford's pace and ability to deliver in crucial moments were essential in securing his place as a prominent player in both Costa Rican and Mexican football. His most notable achievements include winning the CONCACAF Champions Cup with Club America, as well as national titles in Mexico's Liga MX. Medford's performances in these competitions put him on the map as a player who could compete with the best in the Americas. On the international stage, Medford's contributions to Costa Rica's success in World Cup qualifiers were instrumental. He played a key role in the team's successful campaigns leading up to both the 1990 and 1994 World Cups, showcasing his talent on the global stage. His leadership, technical skills, and contributions to the national team and international tournaments made him a beloved figure in Costa Rican football history. Medford also represented Costa Rica in various CONCACAF Gold Cups, helping the team achieve solid results. His success with both club and country during his peak years solidified his place as one of the best players in the region during the 1990s. The final years of his playing career. After a highly successful career in both Costa Rica and Mexico, Medford's playing days gradually began to wind down. In the early 2000s, he moved to Cartagena, one of Costa Rica's other top clubs, where he continued to play at a high level. Even as his career neared its end, Medford remained a valuable asset, contributing his experience and footballing knowledge to his teammates. By the mid-2000s, Medford had shifted focus from playing to coaching, and he retired from his professional playing career. His final years as a player were spent mentoring younger players and taking on a more leadership-oriented role. His time at Cartagena allowed him to leave a lasting legacy as a player who had been integral to Costa Rica's footballing development in the 1990s and early 2000s. Post-retirement and coaching career. Following his retirement from playing, Medford transitioned to a coaching career, using his vast experience to help guide the next generation of Costa Rican footballers. His coaching journey began with a focus on developing talent at the grassroots level and quickly progressed to senior team roles. Over the years, Medford has managed several clubs in Costa Rica and beyond, including roles with the Costa Rica national team as well. Medford's deep understanding of the game, his tactical knowledge, and his experience as a former player have made him a respected figure in coaching. He has worked to instill the values of hard work, teamwork, and technical excellence that characterized his playing career. Under his guidance, many young Costa Rican players have risen to prominence, and Medford's influence continues to shape the future of the sport in his home country. Legacy and contributions. Hernan Medford's legacy as a player and coach is firmly entrenched in Costa Rican football history. His success at both the club and international levels has made him a symbol of excellence for future generations. As a player, he represented the pride of Costa Rican football on the world stage, and as a coach, he has worked tirelessly to ensure the growth of the sport in Costa Rica. Medford's impact is felt not only in Costa Rica but throughout Central America and beyond. His achievements, including his roles in both the 1990 and 1994 World Cups, and his success in Liga MX have cemented his place as one of the best footballers of his era. His influence on Costa Rican football, both as a player and a coach, ensures that he will be remembered as one of the country's most influential figures in the sport. Conclusion. Hernan Medford's career is one that reflects his exceptional talent, leadership, and dedication to the sport of football. From his early days with Herediano to his successful stints in Mexico with Club America and his key role in Costa Rica's World Cup campaigns, Medford's contributions to football have left an indelible mark on both his club teams and his national team. As a coach, he continues to inspire the next generation, ensuring his legacy in Costa Rican football lives on. Early life and beginnings in football. Alvaro Mezin was born on October 18, 1968, in San Jose, Costa Rica, a city where football holds a special place in the hearts of its people. Growing up in a football-obsessed country, Mezin developed an early love for the game. His natural talent for the sport was evident from a young age, particularly his exceptional skills as a goalkeeper. Mezin's early days in football were shaped by his passion for the game and his desire to excel, and he quickly rose through the youth ranks in Costa Rica. His journey into professional football began at Club Sport Herediano, one of Costa Rica's most prestigious clubs. Mezin joined the club's youth academy, where he honed his skills under the guidance of seasoned coaches. He quickly progressed through the ranks, and by the early 1980s, he was playing regularly for the Herediano first team. His agility, reflexes, and shot-stopping ability caught the attention of fans and coaches alike, making him one of the top young goalkeepers in the country. Rise to prominence in Costa Rican football. Alvaro Mezin's professional career took off in the Primera División de Costa Rica, where he became a key figure in Herediano's defense. In the early 1990s, Mezin established himself as one of the top goalkeepers in the country. He was known for his commanding presence in the penalty area, his ability to make crucial saves, and his leadership qualities on the field. These traits quickly earned him a reputation as one of the most reliable goalkeepers in Costa Rica. Throughout the 1990s, Mezin's performances for Herediano solidified his status as a top goalkeeper in Costa Rica. His consistency and ability to maintain a high level of performance throughout the season made him a fixture in the Primera División. His time at Herediano was filled with numerous successful seasons, where Mezin was often the difference between victory and defeat for the club. Mezin's talents did not go unnoticed, and soon, he received the call to represent Costa Rica at the national level. His performances at Herediano made him a key candidate for inclusion in the Costa Rican national team. His first major international appearances came in the 1990 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, where Mezin began to establish himself as one of the top goalkeepers in Central America. Though Costa Rica did not qualify for the 1990 World Cup, Mezin's consistent form earned him a spot on the radar for future competitions. The peak of his career, international success and World Cup appearance. Alvaro Mezin's career reached its peak in the late 1990s and early 2000s. His exceptional performances with Herediano and the Costa Rican national team made him one of the most respected goalkeepers in Latin American football. In 1994, he achieved his dream of representing Costa Rica in the FIFA World Cup, a significant milestone in his career. During the 1994 FIFA World Cup held in the United States, Mezin was part of Costa Rica's squad, though he did not start as the first-choice goalkeeper. Costa Rica's goalkeeper at the time, Ronald Gonzalez, played most of the matches, but Mezin's contributions during training and in reserve roles were invaluable to the team's success. Costa Rica's participation in the 1994 World Cup was historic for the country, marking their second appearance in the competition. Though the team was knocked out in the group stage, the experience of playing on the world stage was a defining moment in Mezin's career. Following the 1994 World Cup, Mezin continued to play a crucial role for Herediano in the national team, becoming a stalwart in goal for both. His leadership, shot-stopping ability, and command of his penalty area made him a constant presence in the Costa Rican defense. In the years that followed, Mezin represented Costa Rica in numerous CONCACAF tournaments and World Cup qualifiers. His performances in these competitions further cemented his place as one of the top goalkeepers in the region. In particular, he was instrumental in Costa Rica's campaign during the 1998 World Cup qualifiers, where the national team achieved success and came very close to qualifying for the tournament in France. Although Costa Rica did not qualify, Mezin's performances in the qualifiers were widely praised. Main achievements and legacy. Throughout his illustrious career, Alvaro Mezin was known for his ability to make important saves in high-pressure situations, his calm demeanor on the field, and his leadership qualities. He was a consistent presence for Herediano, helping the club win several domestic titles during his tenure. His leadership as a captain of Herediano was particularly influential, and he played a crucial role in ensuring the team's competitive edge. One of the key achievements in Mezin's career was his multiple league titles with Herediano. As one of the longest-serving goalkeepers in the club's history, Mezin's leadership helped Herediano remain competitive in the Primera División for many years. His contributions to the team's successes in national tournaments, as well as his reputation as a reliable goalkeeper, have solidified his place as a legend in Costa Rican football. Mezin's national team career also stands out. Apart from his participation in the 1994 FIFA World Cup, he represented Costa Rica in several CONCACAF Gold Cups, including the 1996 Gold Cup, where Costa Rica finished in the top four. His ability to perform in high-pressure situations and his performances in international tournaments earned him the respect of both his teammates and his competitors. Despite not always being the first-choice goalkeeper, Mezin's impact on Costa Rican football was undeniable, and he is remembered as one of the key figures of his generation. The final years of his playing career. As Mezin entered his late 30s, his playing career began to wind down. In the early 2000s, he made the decision to retire from international football after a distinguished career with Costa Rica. While he continued to play for Herediano, his role transitioned from a starting goalkeeper to more of a mentor for younger players. Mezin's leadership and experience became invaluable for the club, and his presence helped nurture the next generation of Costa Rican goalkeepers. Mezin continued to contribute to Herediano's success for several more years, helping guide them to league titles and maintain their place at the top of Costa Rican football. Eventually, he retired from professional football in the mid-2000s, leaving behind a legacy as one of Costa Rica's greatest goalkeepers. After retiring from playing, Mezin remained involved in football, working as a coach and mentor to young players. His deep knowledge of the game and his experience on the field have made him a respected figure in Costa Rican football circles. Conclusion: a lasting legacy in Costa Rican football. Álvaro Mezin's career is a testament to hard work, consistency, and passion for the game of football. From his early days with Herediano to his contributions on the international stage with Costa Rica, Mezin left an indelible mark on Costa Rican football. His remarkable shot-stopping ability, leadership, and dedication to the sport have earned him a place among the legends of Costa Rican football. Today, Álvaro Mezin is remembered not only for his accomplishments on the field but also for the influence he has had on the development of goalkeepers in Costa Rica. His legacy continues to inspire young players, and his impact on the sport will be remembered for generations to come.